Oke, kita seruput dulu. Mantap banget.
Bakmi guys, Bang. Noodle. No, I mean, emang enak. Kata kamuran. Oh. YouTube.
Iya.
Okay, let me page. What page is it? No page. No page. Okay.
Jangan dong.
Bumi
Ah,
Langit.
jangan.
Itu apa tuh, Mbak? Bumi Langit. Ini, Mbak.
Kopi apa aja itu?
Kopinya ada. Markisanya asli ada. Iya, asli.
Iya, asal yang robusta aja, yang robusta. Ada?
Mbak, kopinya ada apa? Memang kopinya memang robusta.
Oh iya, iya. Itu aja.
Kopinya berapa? Hangat.
Saya panas.
Kopi hangat.
Panas.
Panas satu. Ya.
Jadi kopi robusta panas ya?
Ya.
Gulanya dipisah ya? Gulanya dipisah. Iya, oke. Tapi yang panas benar-benar gitu.
Ya, baik.
Oke. Kita coba kopi robusta apa tadi? Farmaka apa di situ? Tadi ada institut, maksudnya apa sih institut itu?
Itu tentang ini bercocok tanam.
Oh, di sini areanya luas. Jadi bukan resto ini aja, ada.
Nanti sampai bawah, sebelah sana sampai atas yang di.
Itu yang ditanam obat-obatan apa?
Enggak, sayur-sayuran.
Oh, sayur-sayuran.
Ini kan gelap.
Oke.
Ya, gelap. Ini baru mau dimakan. Harus pipi yang ngomong.
Iya.
Pas Bimi.
Oke, makasih ya. Ini sejak tahun berapa ya, Mas? Ini
Apanya? Yang warungnya?
Iya, warungnya.
Warungnya sejak tahun 2014-an.
Oh, baru ya?
Iya.
2013-14 ya. Katanya saya kalau baca di Google itu katanya yang punyanya orang Inggris ya?
Iya, tapi sudah menjadi orang Indonesia.
Orang Indonesia. Istrinya orang Bengkulu ya. Ini anaknya ya? Itu anaknya? Siapa?
Bukan.
Itu siapa itu? Oh, ini dapurnya ya?
Iya.
Ini dapurnya
Tahun orang.
keren. Ini dapurnya atapnya dari bahan kayu semua ya. Ya, kalau yang punyanya namanya siapa?
Yang punyanya namanya Pak Iskandar Waworuntu.
Iskandar Waworuntu.
Iya.
Oh, namanya sudah nama Indonesia ya?
Iya.
Mas, udah berapa lama kerja di sini?
1 tahun lebih.
1 tahun lagi. Tapi Mas, makasih ya Mas.
Ini enak, Mbak, ayam geprek serai itu pedas. Iya. Kalau yang rekomendasi lagi yang ayam geprek ya. Nasi gorengnya mau pedas satu. Pedas banget.
Oke teman-teman semua, jadi kita sekarang lagi di Resto Bumi Langit bersama teman-teman residen dari spesialis kedokteran keluarga layanan primer FK UGM. Ada Dokter Agna di sini, beliau lecturer di ini. Ada Prof Lisa dari USA, dari Iowa, dan resto ini pernah dikunjungi oleh Obama, teman-teman semua. Jadi jangan lupa subscribe, like, share, and comment. Teman semua, kopi kita sudah datang. Ini kopi Jenisnya apa kopinya tadi? Robusta ya? Oke. Ini kopi Robusta dari Resto Bumi Langit, Yogyakarta. Oke. Ini kopinya Robusta dari Resto Bumi Langit. Kita dikasih gula. Ini gula ini ya. Gula padat. Kita pakai satu coba. Oke, kita seruput dulu. Wah, mantap banget. Hujan-hujan begini pakai kopi Robusta luar biasa. Happy birthday to you. Jadi teman-teman semua ada yang ulang tahun ya. Dr. Agna, lecturer from SP KKLP ya.
Pedesnya tadi minta pedes banget lagi. Iya. Dok, ini live nggak, Dok?
Also funny like him.
Yeah, no, it's on both ends of the table now.
Too bad he's in Bali right now. We got a small family gathering, so.
Oh, okay. Bali, the G20?
G20.
Ah.
Join the G20
No,
too?
no, I don't know.
Only family gathering.
Yeah.
But yeah, how's the food?
Excellent.
Excellent.
Yeah, very good.
Good to
Delicious.
hear. And is everybody from one faculty or from different?
Yes, yes.
From one
We are
faculty and
family medicine.
yeah,
Family
different
medicine.
Yes.
different city. Yeah, from Jakarta, and
Oh, ya,
then
dari mana-mana
Lampung,
nih?
Yeah.
Madura, Tasik, Malaya, and then Kalimantan Utara.
But all from family medicine apa no?
Yeah. Extra. Family medicine.
Apa itu universitas?
Medical faculty.
Medical faculty.
Yes.
Jadi keluarga. Kedokteran.
Oke.
Pendahulu kami, dan kami adalah yang angkatan pertama.
Angkatan pertama berarti
Ya.
harus pada maju bentar lagi. The true medicine is in the land.
Oh.
Got to go start digging soon.
Yes, yes.
And Lisa, you're from the same faculty as well
No,
in
I'm
Iowa?
just from Iowa.
Just from Iowa?
Yeah, I'm not an official faculty.
Okay.
I'm not official.
But you're
But
I'm in Iowa.
in Iowa.
Yeah.
Yes. And I have come here since 2011, almost every year.
Yeah,
almost every year to help teach, just to
Okay.
help volunteer.
Nice, nice.
This is her first.
It's a rainy day. We cannot take a walk, but
yeah. That's why we know about from the menu there is institution here.
Yeah, we have a small, we made an institution so we can have a class, so we can have a school. And since we made the institution, we have because we're an open family, so we have a lot of people coming from all over the world and from all over Indonesia as well to come stay with us. Sometime for a short amount, sometime for a long. I think the longest even 2.5 years.
1.5 years.
Yeah, but so it's a place of practice, and in this side, my father, since he's young, he's always been living in a natural space, because my family come from my grandpa is sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. She understand that because we also mix our language.
Aku masih baru bangun masalahnya.
Oke.
Dibangunin ya.
Iya.
Maaf loh.
Nggak, santai aja. Bill Mollison sama David Holmgren, ada 2 orang. He's a Nobel Prize winner at that time. Economic boom. Since the 60s, economic boom, a lot of dishonesty.
Menarik.
Where before that, a lot of people somehow, before the world become global, there were people that are called native, orang-orang lokal,
Iya.
Yeah, so native people have a more honest relationship, But since the world become interconnected, there's a lot of transaction, there's a lot of
Honesty.
Nah, tapi si Bill Mollison ini he's asking the question, okay, because in the 60s, in the 70s, they already know that the world is going to go into a real big problem, which is actually rising now. And G20 is only a small outcome, and they I don't think they have a solution, They don't have a solution.
But they try to find it.
They try to act cool and have a party,
Yeah.
But again, how can we be part of a solution? This is the challenge.
Yeah.
But anyway, my father has always been somebody that wants to be part of that, And I grew up out of that. So when I grew up in the village. Yeah, I grew up in the village, but I went to an international school, so he still gave me quite a good discipline. Both discipline. I mean, we can live in the village, live in a mindset. This is a mindset. Living in a village, you live in a very open mindset, actually. More open than in the city.
Yes, that's right.
More open in the city, and much more responsible, because again, everything have a certain responsibility. Everybody works, help together, and the dynamic of change is very real. Where in the city, our food, we like to have it constant. By buying. In the village, suddenly, there's this fruit, there's that fruit, there's crickets, there's eel, there's this, there's that, so there's a constant change of food. And again, constant change of motion, because motion is lost. The more we move to a more, civilized, so-called civilized or comfortable way, the more our body lose its way of moving. Motion is lost. Now we actually have to create a discipline of motion, where before there was no discipline of motion. So why? So again, we have to ask this question. I'm just lucky I was born in a crazy family.
It's not crazy, but it's a good family environment, so you can grow up in the good mindset and good circumstance, so you grow freely and open-minded.
Yeah, but sekarang kembali lagi how to be responsible. Because again, it's coming about responsibility.
The phone is coming up.
Welcome. This is my smoke, actually.
No need to smoke because the phone is coming. So tell me about tell us about how you establish this farming, and then what you farm there, and then Yeah.
Well, that's something because we have an organic farm in Bali. So my dad created an organic farm in the 80s. So this is a modern approach of organic farming because before that everybody's organic. And
Yeah,
then chemical fertilizer came in, and then everybody lost their way.
Yes.
So my father was the first generation in Bali that bring back organic farming with a couple of his friends. So this was in 86. 86. I was only 6 months. Aku masih itulah 88, 87. So it's around that time.
Okay.
But then he made a success, and that's a problem. When he reached success, that means it's time to move.
Yeah.
This is his issue.
Success in one place and then you have to move
Yeah,
another.
success is a problem. Success is a problem for him. You have to
Seperti
move.
challengingnya jadi berkurang, terus akhirnya dia harus move lagi to start from the beginning.
But before that, he was in Sumatra because he had an even deeper challenge. So when he moved to Bali, it was after he got married. After he got married, he realized that really living with the land in Sumatra, opening up a forest and creating a village, is not as easy as it is. Because again, the financial means to have a family is not there. So anyway, he moved to Bali, brought the family. My sister was small. So in Bali, I was born, and then my grandfather actually helped him to buy a piece of land up in the mountain, and that slowly become my home for my teenage years.
Okay.
Jadi itu di Bali tuh, and that's a big piece of land. We have 7.5 hectares, and he made a very
In Bali loh, bro.
that one's a complete set because that one we have a forest. We have a coffee plantation. We got a bamboo plantation, an organic farm, a small bakery. Binatang juga ada. Of course, you will definitely have animal. You have to have animal in the system. Kalau enggak, if you don't have animal in the system, then the system doesn't work.
Oh iya.
So because it's about creating a system.
Kayak pembuahan aja kan.
Tapi it's again, who are we in control of a system? This is the biggest question. Because right now, the approach of education is again, you are in control of the system. You are in control of the creation.
Yeah.
But we cannot make any creation. I mean, this is something that is misleading. Misleading. And this is my biggest question in my teen. Who am I in control for? You know, and this is my biggest question.
I think he's a philosopher.
Yeah, because
That's a good question.
You can explain many things.
So,
Bahan.
My name Tantra. Philosopher itu ada bukunya.
you read it a lot, I guess, and then it influences you a lot.
Well, reading is important, and reading good book.
Yeah, of course.
Reading bad book is no good, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, control is the biggest question. Again, that was for me because when I was young, what is control? Because again, if we want to take control fully, there is a certain responsibility, and again, I don't have that responsibility. Nah itu aja kan. Now it's just coming to rise that in the world that human start needs to be responsible on what we eat, what we do, what we build. So at least my question is answered. Yeah, but again, the answer is not dead. The answer is life. Does the answer mean that we have to stop, or does the answer means that we need to start be involved? Nah, ini yang jadi masalah kan. Because right now, the investment of most of the nations in the world is the investment of destruction. And to invest oneself on living, that means you have to kill yourself. Are you ready?
I'm not ready for that.
Oh well, or else you cannot have children. I mean, it's that simple. It's that simple. It's about living and dying. It's very simple. My biggest struggle at that time was actually, why am I given this witness? Why am I given this thought? Yeah, this is the biggest struggle. Because that is again, and I thankfully I had a lot of people helping me out. It's like, it's fine, man. Everybody's gonna go through this period. It was a period of breaking oneself.
Yeah.
Nah, tapi itu yang menarik. but how do we take responsibility? This is something that is really important. And again, I am lucky because my father gave the land, the space for me to be a part of change. Nah, be a part of change. But imagine so many kids in the world. Do they have that place?
No.
No. When they go home, what do they ask for? What's your ijazah? You gotta wear it. You got married. Where's the money or whatever? You know. So again, this is a very scary thing because from my experience, everybody wants to change, but they're not given the opportunity. And the funny thing, once you do it and you bring a certain change, we don't need to talk about it anymore. We don't need to talk about it. And this is the thing, because one thing that I realized, Indonesian people are not a people of intellect, ya. Beda kalian di UGM lah, sosok intelekan, tapi pas nyampe ke rumah nggak diterima sama keluarga, ya kan? Nah, tapi keluarga kan kayak gini nih, ada dunia di kampung, ada dunia di kota ya. Tapi kalau kamu menakar, if we take our time and live in the village, turunin ke aku, ini kan aku punya sanat nih. Karena kalau orang ngebaca melalui akademik aja, kadang-kadang kurang cukup, kontekstualnya nggak dapet. Ini pakai istilah sanat ya, kayak hadis gitu ya? Iya, itu dibilang aku sama Rob, ini orang bule yang bilang. Jadi ada istilah bulenya. Jadi keilmuannya itu tidak bisa kita comot-comot, supaya kita nggak sampai terputus, karena kita ngomonginnya holistik ya. Iya, benar-benar. Dan itu harus dibutuhkan orang-orang yang sudah memiliki pengalaman juga, supaya pahamnya nanti bisa mengikut. Iya, benar. Supaya nggak ada yang terbuang sih. Supaya kita nggak jadi ini. Kadang-kadang ada ilmu, kalau kita tidak tahu konteksnya, dia malah menjadi kerusak. Iya, benar. Bukan sebuah. Teman-teman semua, bagi yang menggunakan jasa kereta api di Jogja, apabila pulangnya malam sementara check out di hotelnya siang, bisa menyimpan barang di locker dan bisa mandi sepuasnya ya di shower and locker. Oke. Ini tempatnya bagus banget ya.
Jalur 5 gerakan lansia, jalur 5 gerakan lansia, dibawa untuk tidak melintas setara di jalur 5. Attention please, we put all passenger on from Bareng. Destination to Bareng station is available at platform number 4. Dear all passenger on from Bareng, don't forget to check your ticket yang personal pribadi before you proceed. Thanks for your attention.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Teman-teman sekalian, kami ingin Anda mendukung IRDA dan mendukung pemerintah untuk meningkatkan kualitas akses dan layanan kesehatan di seluruh pedesaan Indonesia, bahkan seluruh dunia. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.